All right, guys, it is UFC recap 330. Sorry, fucking math. Oh my god, 330 UFC 330 recap. For those of you who are rewatching this video, please go ahead and just like check on the timestamps down below in the description, and you'll be able to see the recap of everything here. What we're gonna do before we even get into the recap of the entire fight card itself is we're gonna go into the interview with Dana White in the media scrum, and then we're gonna go into the interview that on the post show with Islam Makhachev, and then once we do that, we're gonna go into the entire recap of this UFC fight card, UFC 330 fight card, with a lot of upsets. By the way, just to mention that there's a lot of fucking upsets. There's a lot of finishes. Honestly, this is a great UFC fight card. If I'm being honest with you guys, incredible UFC fight card. Some of the craziest underdogs in the first two events, in the first two fights. Sorry, won this fight. Jeremiah Wells, Neil Magny, two underdogs, and in their fights, and obviously some other people as well. Tresean Gore. But yeah, we will get into all of that for you guys. However, how fucking ever, before we do, I want to get into the entire main, just the whole thing with Dana White. I want to hear what Dana White has to say, right? I want to hear what Dana White has to say, and I want to respond to that in real time as Dana White is saying that. Now, if you are rewatching this, if you press on the replay for this right now, this UFC live, UFC post show 330, you can go ahead and just go to the timestamps and check out which recaps you want. Now, before all of that is said and done, I'm going to go ahead and quickly play our music, and then we're going to get into Dana White. One more thing I do want to say as well is I really appreciate for those of you who subscribed already. We have 210 subscribers at the moment. I'm so fucking happy, dude. Like, this is what I've been working for the past year. Like at the end of this month, it will be an entire year since I've been doing this YouTube MMA channel. By the way, my name's Kaz. So if you guys want to let me know or ask me any questions in the comments down below, you are more than welcome to in the live chat, and I will go ahead and respond to your guys' chats as well. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and play Dana White's media scrum. And then we're going to go, like I said earlier, into the Islam Makhachev media thing with the post show that they have on Paramount Plus. And then we're going to go into the actual recap of the entire fight card. So those of you who are just joining, go ahead and stay tuned for that. And if you're curious about who won, what my thoughts are on these fights, I just stay along and you'll see. Right now, I just want to go through Dana White's stuff, see what he says. I haven't watched this yet, to be honest with you guys, so I want to hear what Dana White has to say. I love listening to Dana White after the fights and stuff like that to see what he has to say and whether he thinks X, Y, and Z or whatever the case may be, right? So let's go ahead and get there. So he sits down.
All right, gang. The gate was 6.7 million.
Ooh.
The attendance was 19,238, sold out. We shattered the arena record by $2 million.
Nice.
The performances went to Wells, Johnson, Turner, and Stoltzfus. Who's got the first question?
Dana, very good, interesting, tactical main event between...
Just real quick, guys, if you haven't given the video a like already, please do give the video a like, because I want to just get more and more subscribers on this channel to help me put out more content, to boost more content, to create more cool ass fucking clips for you guys. So just go ahead and do me a favor, subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and let's get more people in tune.
Islam and Ian Machado Garry. Ian showed great defensive work. Islam showed that he was strong either against a bigger guy. Give us your thoughts on the main event and how it played out.
What did you say? He was what?
Stronger and...
Let me read. They have this thing like AI doing it for me now. Machado Ian showed great defensive work. Islam showed that he was strong even against the bigger guy. give your thoughts on the main event and how it played out.
When I hear it back, it sounds like a bad question. Can you not repeat it back to me?
Not a bad question. I think that, this is my honest opinion on it. I felt like tonight was set up for the upset. I felt like the upset could happen tonight with so much on the line, all the records that Islam has, and he's going to break Anderson Silva's record. There's weight classes for a reason. Ian Garry is a big, rangy, strong guy who has great takedown defense. Yeah. I mean, if you look at his takedown defense tonight against Islam, it was impressive. I felt like I think that Ian is a talented guy. If he had even an ounce of killer instinct in that 5th round, he had been beating him to the body. Islam's whole, I think, right side was beat up. His face was beat up. You don't come out and hug and shake hands. And that shit drives me fucking crazy when there's so much at stake. And there's also, a lot of mental, gamesmanship, whatever you want to call it in this game. You come out in that 5th round with a flying knee or something crazy and you try to finish the fight. I think that this is one of those fights that Ian will go back and watch and say, fuck, wish I could do that over again.
Would you agree going into the 5th round, it almost looked like Ian was actually the fresher man, like Islam had more?
100%. And, if he came out and tried to destroy and win that last round, with everything that he had, I think it's a totally different fight. And then he gives Islam that explosive, he exploded up and got his back. And once he took his back and put the hooks in, that was a wrap. That he's going to ride that out till the round ends.
I felt like this.
But, and, that's how I felt. But on the Islam side, Islam went out, the complete opposite now. Against a bigger, strong, rangy guy who has good takedown defense, controlled him, shut him down. I don't know if he was in his head and Ian felt like he had to come out and shake hands in the 5th round or whatever. But, Islam did exactly what he needed to do to win that fight.
Yeah. Do you feel like what Islam is now doing at welterweight is more impressive than anything he's done before, because it's quite clear that maybe this isn't his completely natural division?
When you go in there,
absolutely,
if you're at the weigh-ins or when I went in after the fight and Ian Garry came over and shook my hand, Ian Garry's handshake is like a fucking vice grip, and he is a big, powerful, rangy guy. Yeah. And, for Islam to go in and do what he did to him tonight, physical and mental.
And mental.
What was you and Ian had a long conversation after the fight? What were you guys talking about?
Yeah, he's just like, listen, I know I'm one of the best in the world, and I'll be back. This isn't gonna,
deter him.
Yeah. Well, 5 minutes ago, if you'd have come out of that fucking corner like a raging fucking bull, we might be having a different conversation right now.
Do you feel like Ian's too nice to his opponents? At the press conference, he wanted to build Islam up. He's been nice about him all week.
I think that Ian's a classy guy is what I think. And, he always shows class. He did, before the fight, he goes over and shakes, all the corners' hands and all that stuff. It's great. But when that fucking bell rings, you got to switch. You got to switch all that shit off and go. And you definitely got to do it in the 5th round after he fought a great fight against Islam, who, everybody in this room and everybody else is saying, well, we might start talking about GOAT. You don't go shake the fucking GOAT's hand going into the 5th round. You come out to fucking annihilate him.
Yeah.
And that just has to be your mindset.
I feel like, in my humble opinion, that Ian Machado Garry is doing more of this because he wants people such as us, the fans, to get on his side, which, bro, like, he had a great moment with Jalin Turner, like, no doubt. Wholesome, wholehearted. Great moment with Jalin Turner. The way he carried himself tonight, fantastic. In the same breath, like, stop fucking sucking up, dude. Stop fucking sucking up. Be who the fuck you are and take what the fuck is yours. Whether you want it or not, you are there to take what the fuck is yours. Fucking take it.
Humble opinion.
Can I get your thoughts on the co-main event between Mackenzie and Gillian Robertson?
So I'm a Gillian fan, and I was talking about Joe Daddy Stevenson and BJ Penn. I was way off on that one. I was actually surprised at how much Mackenzie dominated her on the ground and on the feet.
And then going to the, I don't know if you were even here, but the first fight of the night, Jeremiah Wells, his opponent, Myktybek Orolbai, opened up as like a -1,000 favorite.
Yeah.
Dude, Jeremiah Wells, bro, motherfucker, dude. Holy shit. Did he upset the whole fucking night, bro? It was incredible. Let me know. Oh, bro, MMA Fan Wars, let's go. Yes, Ian could have made it better. Yeah, he definitely could have, in my opinion, bro. But by the way, thank you for all your support, all the stuff that you do for me, bro. Like, I genuinely fucking appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. You've made my life really, really incredible. Like, MMA Fan Wars is top notch, bro. Like, genuinely. Like, you've done a lot of really cool, incredible things for me. I just said, Ian Machado shouldn't suck up. I'm sucking up right now. I apologize. Let's get back to the interview. But yeah, you were fucking. I'll text you privately.
And he won a bonus tonight too.
Apparently, he used to work here back in the day, and then now he's kicking off. He was kind of on the fence about retirement. He says he wants a top 15. If he probably doesn't get like a more upward trajectory of his career, he might step away. Have you guys got any clarification on
how old is he? He's
pushing 40.
Yeah. Tonight was an incredible win for him. He comes back here at that age, wins in spectacular fashion, and gets a huge bonus. And it's awesome.
Hey Dana, can you clarify the bonuses? There were two Johnsons on the card. One had a Scottish twister, and the other one had a big knockout. So
yeah, Charles.
Okay, Charles Johnson. Thanks.
Dana right here. Can you just expand a little bit more on how impressive what Islam did tonight is? I mean, 17 straight wins. Anderson Silva's run ended in 2013, I think, and it's been 13 years for someone to exceed that. Like, how hard is this?
Yeah, and it's so very hard. And if he keeps going like he says he's going to keep going, I mean, it might never be beaten. At least while I'm alive.
Yeah.
So it's very impressive
data.
What he did. And again,
data, not
data. And my thoughts on how Ian performed tonight, so you like I said, you can flip that whole script and then drop it on Islam on how impressively he beat a big, strong, rangy guy who was doing damn good work. Islam did everything he needed to do to beat this guy. And like I said,
as much as I dislike Ian Garry, bro, like I have to say, bro, he was class. Where can I watch the replay of the fight? I'm not too sure. I think unless you have Paramount Plus, you can't really rewatch it. Okay, Sambo Mahmoud said Sambo Mahmoud said J2U said be a Muslim. Allah is the greatest. I appreciate you, bro. I thank you for that. I appreciate that.
There's weight classes for a reason, and tonight's matchup was a perfect example of that.
And it seems like the next one could maybe be the hardest one. Yeah, you guys had Prochas and Morales on the screen. Is it just obviously Tuesday? You'll go back and kind of discuss who might be the front runner.
Yeah.
Carlos says he's been promised it. Morales was the backup.
Yeah, I know. He was telling me I'm coming in there after the fight. I said, yeah. Just let Islam have his moment, and we don't need you running in there with the whole fucking Muslim Brotherhood in here tonight. We don't need that shit. Let's just let's pump the brakes and see what's next.
Wow. Okay.
Well, you guys showed Usman Nurmagomedov on the broadcast as well. Is there any update on talks with him or anything in that regard with him?
Spicy, juicy question.
I mean, if we did, we'd announce it.
Sure. And lastly, there was 8 finishes tonight,
okay.
And at this point of the year, there's been the most finishes, highest finishing rate since 2018 in the UFC. Is that just coincidence? Is that matchmaking, or do you think the finish bonus has maybe?
I think it's a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything sprinkled on top of each other.
Dana, over here. So Dana, this was the UFC's first show in Philadelphia in over 7 years. What did you think of the crowd tonight? And
211
how quickly do you want to come back here to Philly?
Yeah, I mean, I love Philly. I love this city. I always have fun here.
Oh, hold on, guys. Just 211 subscribers. I fucking appreciate you guys so much. Oh my god. If I was gay, I would definitely, suck, the DICK.
Here,
Please don't fucking clip that. That was terrible. I wish I could just take. Fucking live, bro. Okay. Let's get back to it.
At other sporting events too, not just ours. So yes, we will be back sooner than this run that we were on here.
Thank
but
God.
you know, COVID's a big part of that too. So
Yeah.
it's not just
COVID,
because we didn't want to come
motherfucker.
back to Philly or something. COVID was a huge part of that. And you know, to come in here again, sell out, and think about this now. Everybody's spoiled with UFC because we sell out every fucking
The spam-demic, bro.
show, and it's blah 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 blah. We're in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, with a Russian Muslim and an Irish kid,
Yeah.
and we do a $7 million gate,
Yeah.
and we shatter the fucking record here.
Speak the
The
truth,
biggest
Dana.
event that's ever been held here. We beat it by $2 million. It's crazy. Unheard of before. If you fought in Philly, you'd have to have a guy from Philly in the main event. And, you know, it's pretty impressive.
And last one for me is, since you also oversee Zuffa as well, when do you think Zuffa will become to Philadelphia as well? Since you just recently
That being said, I feel like he should have had like Joe Pyfer, like Sean Brady, like some of those Philadelphia like fighters on the fight card. I don't know why Dana White didn't have those people on there. I don't know if it's the matchmakers. I don't know who is in charge of the shit to have those type of guys on there, but they should have definitely had those guys on there. Like, to me, it's number one bullshit. Number one bullshit. Okay, number one bullshit that they didn't have those guys on there, bro. Like, bro, you have Joe Pyfer in the audience there. You have fucking Sean Brady in the audience there, bro. What the fuck are you doing, bro?
brought them to New York.
Yeah, soon. Yeah, I actually can't wait to bring Zuffa to Philly.
Zuffa to Philly, yeah?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. My guy right here with the glasses, yeah.
Me? Oh, yeah. Dana, so another banger for the flyweight division. Eduardo Chapolin took the fight on 4 days' notice. Charles Johnson gets dropped, comes back with a Scottish twister. What's the ceiling for this flyweight
let's
division?
fucking go,
Because it
baby.
just seems to be getting better and better.
Yeah, I know.
That was a great fucking fight, by the way. And the flyweight division has never been greater than fucking ever. If you guys missed the UFC 331, like, the little, what do you call it, press conference that they had just like 2 days ago, motherfucker, that is so fucking great. Oh my God. Alexander Pantoja was fucking rattled. Pantoja, the guy with 4 flyweight division defenses. The former flyweight champion was rattled by Joshua Van, the newcomer.
That the boys, meaning the matchmakers, they've been working on all the divisions right now. We're working on some fun shit in our Tuesday get-togethers. So over the next year, you're just gonna see all the divisions just getting nastier and nastier. And then obviously we're in another contender series season right now, so it's gonna be a fun 9 weeks coming up.
Awesome. And one more from me. Do we have any
bro.
update on Zhang Weili? Because a lot of people are interested in that fight with Mackenzie Dern potentially.
Yeah, I agree. No, we don't have anything on her. Yeah, we're still working.
She became a model.
Love her and hope she comes back soon. Go ahead. Yeah,
They do love her, Dana.
guy with the mic. Yeah. Oh.
Dana.
All right, I'll shut the fuck up. Lene's running
Right
the
behind
show.
the last guy.
Yeah. go ahead.
To go back
Yeah,
on
you
what he
said
was saying
clip, bro,
about
come
being
on.
7 years since you've been to Philly. It's been 7 years since you've been to Minneapolis. Any news on coming to Minneapolis anytime soon?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I don't know off the top of my head, but yes.
And then I met a German tourist here that came just for this fight, and he would like me to ask you
Good job, man.
when you're coming to Germany, maybe shortly after Minneapolis.
You ran into a
Did he tie his shoes in the knot too? Just kidding.
German guy that wanted you to ask me when are we going to Germany.
Yes, he said you can sell out any stadium in Germany, that the promotion there sells out all the arenas, and they are nothing compared to you. So,
All right. Duly, thank you.
Duly noted,
Yeah.
mate. Duly fucking noted, yeah.
Fuck, what was I going to tell you? I was going to tell you something. Yeah, I don't know.
Fair play.
Right.
But thank you.
Edson
Yes, sir.
Barboza retired tonight after like 15 years fighting for the UFC and everything. What is his legacy to you in this company?
He's such a great kid, and he's been in so many wars. And
What a
Yeah.
great kid.
I mean, We really like him. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say other than he's an absolute savage.
What a good kid.
Been awesome having him, fight in this company, and we really respect him and like him a lot.
And one for me, the GOAT status thing, right? Especially when it comes to Islam. There was a lot of talk of maybe he's got some more work to do and all that after the night. What other boxes do you think he needs to check to be considered the GOAT?
Well, I don't know what your opinion is, meaning all of you, but,
I believe he's checked a lot of boxes as a Makhachev. He's got 3 kids. Man, I'm fucking weird right now. Oh, okay. Let's get into this.
If he didn't have that one loss on his record, it'd almost be a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And this kid wants to fight all the time. He stays active.
That's a fair point.
And after tonight and what he did tonight, he talks about, 3-4 more fights. And so I think what you do is you just let this guy's career play out. And it's almost like what I keep saying about Zuffa boxing, judge us at the end of this year, January of 2027. It's like when Islam's career is winding up and starting to wrap up, the more fights he keeps winning and the things he keeps got, the records he keeps breaking, it'll all speak for itself.
It would all speak for itself.
Way back here. Obviously, the Khabib was in Islam's corner. There's a little bit of footage as well of him putting the gloves on. Is there maybe a chance you could have another little conversation with him about thinking about doing one more?
Khabib? Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Not even worth the chat, no?
Listen, when he was trying to retire, I was all over that fucking guy. I don't think you'll get him back now.
Dumbass motherfucker.
Plus, he's got to weigh like 225 or something.
240.
Yeah. He's got a good life. I don't think he's looking to fight anymore.
Speaking of people with good lives and from that kind of era, Conor McGregor got the surgery done. I suppose what's your you were over in Ireland, you were at the pub, and I know that you were on FaceTime with him as well when he had that whole thing with Makhachev and Turkey and everything. What's kind of the latest on the Mac?
He's out for a year.
What's weird about this is like he breaks the gate record, massive event, like it's the biggest event, most concurrent viewers on Paramount, and then you just immediately move on. You're like, yeah, not concerned about him.
How do you immediately what?
Like you're immediately like, yeah, not concerned about him. I'm not even thinking about him.
What the fuck do you expect him to do, you motherfucker?
Why would I though? The guy just had surgery.
Bro, what the fuck is stupid fucking pissy bullshit is that? What the fuck do you expect Dana to do, bro? Wait and fucking like salivate over fucking Conor McGregor coming back, you motherfucking dumbass.
What do you want me to do? Well, what we're thinking about is maybe in a year from now when
what the fuck, bro? What the fucking question? Why are you getting so pissy about this shit?
He starts thinking about who the fuck knows what the world's even gonna look like a year from now.
Yeah. Dumb motherfucking question.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Another fight that's coming up that you're involved in this
that guy's never run a fucking business in his fucking life. Has no fucking clue what the fuck he's talking about. He's just a dumb little piss inbred fucking motherfucker. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so angry.
Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury saga.
I think I'm tired. Okay, let's go.
Continues to roll on. I suppose you said that you made the deal for that fight. What's happening with that? And it looks like it's going to be in New York, but then it seems like Team Joshua is saying Joshua, they're not doing it unless it's in the UK.
Yeah, I need this thing for you, my friend. I'm reading your.
Let's go, baby.
What's happening with that? And it looks like it's going to be in New York, but then it seems like Team Joshua says let's
go, baby. Dana fucking way, bro.
Seems like it's going to be in the UK, is what I'm reading here. Yeah.
NGL.
I don't know. Listen, this fucking saga. We'll see how this whole thing plays out.
You guys ask the same questions every fucking weekend. Like every time you get media scrum with this motherfucker. Like, come on, bro. Like, ask some nuanced fucking question. I guess I don't know. Maybe there's not a new question to ask, but fucking like, just think of something better, bro.
They either want to fight or they don't. I don't know.
Well, you say you made the deal for the fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why would you have even allowed them to put it in the contract that AJ will only do it in the UK?
Well, I didn't do his contract.
So what deal did you do?
What did I do?
So you didn't do AJ's side of the deal.
We did the television deal and the venue deal.
Oh, okay. And that's going to be in New York, you think, or
we'll
ideally?
See. We'll see. Listen, to make a fight, two guys have to want to fight. Period. End of story. Contracts and this and that. There's a lot of fucking money, for grabs in this fight. Do you want to fight or do you not want to fight?
This is what this tells me. Eddie Hearn's in charge of Anthony Joshua. Fucking Tyson Fury's with Dana White. obviously Eddie Hearn's just causing trouble, right, at this point for Anthony Joshua to fight Tyson Fury. So, basically what he's saying is Anthony Joshua doesn't want to fight. So read in between the lines, motherfucker.
But
I don't give a shit one way or the other.
So you'd be happy to go to the UK?
It's up to them.
So you'd be happy to go to the UK?
I'd be happy. Yeah. Listen, I don't give a shit. Do you want to fight or do you not want to fight?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Simple fucking question.
The fight should happen 10 years ago. Is it going to happen now? We'll see.
It's kind of late anyways, for it to be fair.
All right. Hey, Dana. Congratulations on tonight's gate. Something I wanted to ask is that Bella Mir is making her debut soon on the Contender Series, the daughter of Frank Mir, former UFC heavyweight champion. How does it feel that you're finally starting to see second-generation fighters come into the UFC from the time you were starting up?
Yeah. It's interesting because usually that doesn't go well. You know what I mean? When the next generation tries to fight, but she is an absolute freak of nature and incredibly special. And her goals in combat sports aren't just to be the UFC world champion. She wants to be the Zuffa boxing world champion. She wants to win an Olympic medal. She wants to be the UFC BJJ champion. And, shit, she might start slapping too. Who knows what she'll do? But, yeah, I'm excited about her. I've been excited about her since she graduated from high school.
So why do you believe that second generation stars don't work out sometimes in the UFC? Is it because they were like too spoiled growing up and they don't have the same hunger?
Yeah, definitely. And you grow up different than your parents did in many ways, and their path isn't yours, normally. But when you sit down and you have dinner with Frank and his wife and Bella, and they start telling Bella Mir stories, like, where's Bella? And they look out the window and she's got like these sandbags running around the cul-de-sac at like 6 years old. She's built differently. And she went to college and she was in the middle of a wrestling season. And then she would come home for vacation, Thanksgiving or whatever that you get out of school for. And she would come fight in like jiu-jitsu tournaments and beat like the best jiu-jitsu people in the world without even training jiu-jitsu. She was just wrestling.
Let's go.
So she is an absolute standout freak of nature and a one-of-one unicorn.
All right, and last question. So this goes back to you have been in this game so long now that you're starting to see parents of kids come in. You started you took up the UFC 25 years ago. You took overboard, and now today this is the inaugural year of Zuffa Boxing. And the startup, we saw you at the show last month at MSG. Just how much is the startup of Zuffa Boxing similar to the startup of the UFC in the 2001 for you? And does it give you the same kind of thrill in starting up a promotion again like that?
Yeah, I love starting from the beginning. I've actually been having fun with this, and I have fun with Slap too. I like building things, and we just did that fight in Ireland. The place was packed and the crowd was awesome. It was like being in Philly here. Yeah, I love it.
And sorry, one more. Last month I got to ask Edgar Berlanga if he would like to fight during the Puerto Rican Day Parade there in New York City during that weekend in the theater. We've seen it happen for Callum Walsh before around with St. Patrick's Day celebrations in Ireland. Could you see Zuffa Boxing trying to do something like that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not saying we would do it this year, but yeah, we would definitely do that.
All right, thank you so much.
Post-fight recap is coming after this. Let's finish this Dana White interview, and then let's get into it.
Thank you.
Dana, right here in front of you. So this is the first women's title fight of the year that we just had. Obviously, there was the injury with Kayla Harrison that interrupted your plans earlier in the year. But what's kind of the status of Kayla and also of Valentina Shevchenko? Will we be seeing them defend these titles this year?
I certainly hope so.
Is there any insight? Like, is it more than hope, or is there any insight you have?
Well, obviously with Kayla, it's a very crazy situation. Neck surgery, and
yeah. What's up, my man? KZ MMA KZ. What's up, brother? How are you doing, bro? I'm doing well. Let's crack back into this thing. I just did a 6-hour or 7-hour live stream right now with UFC 330. What was it? Yeah, 7 hours. Holy fuck. No wonder I'm fucking tired, bro. Yeah, and I just want to do a recap real quick. So here I am doing the recap. I'm gonna do a recap basically with the fight card right after this, and then we're gonna go to some other stuff if I feel like doing it. It's getting kind of late here, to be honest with you, so I might not. Let's see.
You know, after the surgery that she had on her neck, let me tell you what you don't want happening immediately. Amanda Nunes grabbing onto your neck. So, you know, we want to make sure that she's 110% healthy before she comes in and fights.
And what a Valentina. Because her schedule's been pretty inactive.
What about who?
Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah.
Her schedule's been relatively inactive the last few years. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Dana, your friend Dean Thomas just announced on the post-fight show that he's going to retire from cornering fighters after Gillian's loss tonight. I'm just curious your thoughts on that because you guys have a relationship and he wears so many hats with the promotion, right? As a host and podcast and all that stuff.
Yeah, he didn't say anything.
Was I muted real quick? Hold on 1 second. I just want to say something real quick. I think I was muted. I apologize. Yeah, dude, the UFC 330, like the Jeremiah Wells upset, fucking insane. Neil Magny upset. My manager earlier today, like who I was working with, told me that Neil Magny's gonna win. I was like, no, bro, no way. Ramiz Brahimaj. I saw him in Houston, Texas. I know he lost his fight, but he's gonna win this fight. And I was like, pretty fucking solid in my personal opinion on that take. And then fucking it just blew up in my fucking face, bro. That was insane, bro. That whole fight was, I mean, those first two fights in the fight card were fucking insane, bro.
To me, I didn't know about that. I never heard of retiring from cornering.
This is about Dean Thomas.
That might be a first. That's the first I've ever heard of it.
Retiring from cornering fighters. Like
I don't know.
Robertson.
Maybe he's just tired of the grind of, you know, working with somebody.
I don't think it's tired of the grind. I think it's the switch between being a coach, aka being an analyst as well on the UFC broadcast, and like having to switch from your fighter just losing the title fight to trying to be a coach or analyst, on UFC broadcasts. It's I personally believe watching Dean Thomas this past fight week and in this entire fight week. And post fight and all that stuff is just like a lot of pressure on his shoulders to try and get Gillian Robertson to wake the fuck up and win that fight. Because I mean, she lost the first 4 rounds, man. Let's just call it as it is. Domination, man, for Mackenzie Dern.
You know, he's worked with so many fighters over the years. Maybe he's just burnt out.
And just lastly, on the second fight of the night, Neil Magny got another win. He has 25 wins in the UFC now. The only 3 fighters to do that are him, Jim Miller, Charles Oliveira. Like, how impressive is that longevity and success?
Yeah, that's awesome. He's such a tough guy, and you know, and he was like an underdog tonight, right? I don't know how the hell Neil Magny is an underdog ever. How you could ever count that guy out in a fight, no matter how old he is. He's just like a Jim Miller. Yeah. That's
1,000%.
it. All right, guys. Have a great night. Thanks, Philly. Philly is always awesome, man. I love this place.
Yeah, Philly is dope, man. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, that being said, let's get to the fight card for UFC 330. The recap. Oh man, Jeremiah Wells was doing really, really good on the feet here with Myktybek Orolbai. Orolbai, I thought, had a better game plan on the ground and pound, on the ground in general, just in the grappling aspect of it. However, Jeremiah Wells was just so slick. He gets a submission in the 3rd round, 1 minute and 24 seconds in. Stinches that, front headlock or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Beautiful. Myktybek Orolbai had some success, but in that 1st round, he didn't have really any success on the feet in the striking aspect of it, but he had more success when it came to the ground game. And when he got Jeremiah Wells down to the ground, same thing he did in the third round. And it was a bit back and forth, to be honest, but Jeremiah Wells ultimately came out as a winner here. And it was incredible. Then we have Neil Magny here. Neil Magny'd Ramiz Brahimaj. And what I mean by that is in the second round, 3 minutes and 20 seconds in, he TKOs Ramiz Brahimaj, who was doing pretty well in that fight, or so. I mean, for the most part, I thought he was actually winning that fight until he wasn't. And he was doing the grappling, got him in the clinch against the fence, against the cage. You know, Neil Magny is there, like basically trying to use the offense for or the defense, the grappling defense to get some sort of like advancement on the fight itself, and then he just gets Ramiz Brahimaj pretty tired and ends up TKOing him. Then we have Rafael Tobias. Now, in my personal opinion, Rafael Tobias was just completely outclassed here by Lucas Fernando. Lucas Fernando was incredible, impeccable, to be honest, in his striking and just in his total MMA game. Rafael Tobias looked like one of those guys who's like good at striking until he has a striker who's better in front of him, and he all of a sudden doesn't know how to make these switches, these tweaks, these changes mid-fight to be able to adapt to Lucas Fernando. And I mean, I think Rafael Tobias had Gilbert Burns in his corner or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, Gilbert Burns' manager or something like that, with Ali Abdelaziz. But that being said, man, Lucas Fernando is a motherfucker. Light heavyweight division. He looks really good. I think he's going to be a problem in that light heavyweight division. I'm excited for it. I'm there for that. This one, I picked Tresean Gore to win this fight. Vicente Luque, he kind of looked like how he looked in the Joaquin Buckley fight, in my opinion, personal opinion. Tresean Gore just looked so good. I mean, he looked okay, actually, in the first couple rounds, but overall, he looked good. Overall, he did pretty well. He gave Vicente Luque a lot of problems. Vicente Luque looked really gassed out in that second half of the second round. And even that third round, he just didn't have much offense at all. And so Tresean Gore won by unanimous decision. Not really too much to say there. One submission attempt from the both guys. I mean, that was pretty much it. No knockdowns from them. But it was a decent fight. Whew. Dante Johnson is him, bro. Dante Johnson is him. Eric McConaughey didn't look like he had a chance in that fight. I mean, he was doing okay, but he was doing okay. He wasn't doing great. Eric McConaughey did defeat like his previous opponent, the jiu-jitsu guy. I forgot his fucking name. I'm so tired right now. Dante Johnson was impeccable with just his entire fight game. The way he did it, TKO'd Eric McConnell, caught him with a left-hand hook. Oh, beautiful. Sent him down, rained ground and pound punches, and got the TKO. Like, beautiful, beautiful. Charles Johnson was kind of it was a competitive match between Charles Johnson and Eduardo Chapolin. Eduardo Chapolin is definitely a contender in this fight, in this flyweight division. He's definitely a fucking contender. This was a catchweight bout. However, in the same breath, man, round 3, 1 minute 36 seconds in, Charles Johnson gets the twister. The Russian twister, I think it was. Submission in the third round. It was fucking great. It was awesome. I thought it was very competitive up until that point. And then Charles Johnson just pulls out a submission win, kind of like what happened in his last fight with Asul Amabayev. Great win there from Charles Johnson. Really, really, really good win there. Okay, this fight was very frustrating for me to watch. I'm not gonna lie. These guys were just right in front of each other the entire time. Joe Alvarez kept smiling, kept laughing, kept smiling, kept laughing. Like, why the fuck are you smiling and laughing, motherfucker? You have no game plan. I did not understand Joe Alvarez's game plan whatsoever. He didn't use any, and I say he didn't use any grappling, and he had this grappling advantage here with Chidi and Njokuani. The thing that frustrated me the most is like he's smiling, laughing in between the fight, in between like the rounds and stuff like that. Why the fuck are you smiling and laughing? And at the end of the third round, he's trying to do more and put more pressure on. It's a little too late, bro. You try to Cheeto Vera, fucking Chidi and Njokuani, bro. What the fuck are you doing? I for the love of God, I did not understand Joe Alvarez's game plan here. It was so fucking dumb. Like it was. I mean, you had a training camp with Islam Makhachev, and you had the worst fucking fight IQ in the fucking history of humankind. Like, really, what the fuck was that, bro? Joe Alvarez sucked ass. Did nothing to give Chidi and Njokuani any sense of like danger at all. Just fucking stared at him in front of his fucking face and didn't do shit. Like, it was so fucking bullshit, bro. Chidi and Njokuani, Chidi bang bang, Chidi bang bang, did really, really fucking well in this fight. I mean, bro, I feel bad because my colleague, my coworker, he tried to set up these bets, and I told him, change Chidi and Njokuani, who he had to win the fight, change it to Joe Alvarez because Joe Alvarez is way better. He's younger, he's better, he's got the grappling advantage here, and he changes it to Joe Alvarez. I probably lost some money, man, because what the fuck was Joel Alvarez's game plan, bro? Like, you used to be under-fucking-feeded, okay? And you showed none of that veteran spirit, none of that fight IQ in this fucking fight. Your fucking performance was horrendous, okay? Fucking bullshit. I don't understand what the fuck. When he's smiling, this is what frustrates me. When he's smiling, I'm in my head like, what the fuck are you smiling about? You're losing the fucking fight. You're losing round 1. You lost round 2. And he's still fucking smiling. For what the fuck? I have no idea. It made no sense to me. That being said, Chidi and Njokuani outclassed him in the striking. These guys basically, this is not a fight you want to rewatch, if I'll be honest with you. All right, I'm going to go into the next fight. Before I give you guys a recap on this fight, thank you, Edson Barboza, for all the fights you've given us. Thank you, Edson Barboza, for the amazing, display of fights you've given us in this UFC octagon. That being said, Esteban Ribovics pretty much damaged him pretty well in that first round. Pretty much outclassed him in the first round, and then he had this like shin, cut splint. It looked fucking horrendous. I don't even want to show you guys. I could barely look at it myself. It was really, really bad. It was really bad, and he had that, and his corner basically let him go to the second round, which honestly, in my opinion, is okay. I know MMA Guru was not really happy about it, but in my opinion, it was fine. But he goes into that second round. He doesn't really have much. He gave it his best. I could see that he gave it his best, but just his level of offense wasn't there. And so Esteban Ribovics takes it away with a second round TKO in 1 minute and 32 seconds there. And it was pretty much like a lot of people, like in my personal opinion, during that fight, when I was watching it, I thought Herb Dean kind of called it a little bit too quick. But that being said, I get why he did it. He's Barboza is a veteran. There's no way like Barboza was gonna win that fight. He just looked completely outclassed in that fight. All right, 2-fight losing streak for Mansour Abdul-Malik. This is another upset that I was really confident about, that I thought was a lock. I thought Mansour Abdul-Malik is a lock. He's coming off a loss. Dustin Stoltzfus is coming off a loss as well, but Dustin Stoltzfus is not at the level of Abdul-Malik. And boy, was I fucking wrong here. I was so fucking wrong. Mansour Abdul-Malik had no ground game at all for Dustin Stoltzfus. He did okay in defending some of the ground game there, but ultimately, Dustin Stoltzfus got I believe it was like the front headlock or the front guillotine, but he got a submission in the second round in 4 minutes and 25 seconds with 35 seconds left in that second round. He gets a submission. Mansour Abdul-Malik basically has no other fucking choice but to tap out, and tap out he did. Jalin Turner, welcome back to the UFC. Jalin Turner is a fucking beast, bro. Jalin Turner is a fucking god. I mean, he gives grace to God. Okay, so I do apologize if I offended anybody there. But 39 seconds in, he catches Cowie Fernandez with a right, I believe it was a right hook, and knocks the motherfucker out. Goes to the ground and pound when Cowie Fernandez drops down, falls down basically, and gets on top and just ground and pounds, and the referee calls it off. It was a great fucking win. Welcome to the UFC. Welcome back to the UFC, Jalin Turner. That was an incredible, incredible fight. Oh, man. I picked Gillian Robertson to win this fight. Mackenzie Dern dominated round 1, dominated round 2, dominated round 3, dominated round 4. Gillian Robertson had 1 round in her pocket, which was round number 5. What she did in round number 5 is what she should have done in round number 1, or round number 2, or round number 3, or round number 4. However, if she had just 2 more rounds of that same top control, that same offense with Mackenzie Dern was on her back the entire time in round number 5. I'm sure a lot of you wouldn't mind that, but in the same breath, it's like Gillian Robertson. I picked her to win this fight, and she just got outclassed, completely outclassed. And you know, it sucks because we watched like Dana White earlier in this video. If you're watching the replay, you can see it. But we watched Dana White basically talk about Dean Thomas essentially deciding to retire from corner work, and he's still gonna train fighters and coach fighters and stuff like that. But he feels like this is the top of the mountain for Gillian Robertson that he can get her at, and he doesn't know if he can get her back there, or even if he can, he doesn't want to corner work. I think that's a little bit different to Gillian Robertson. I think Gillian Robertson can get back to a title shot once again, and I think she can take some lessons from this fight and learn and apply those lessons. And if she does, and she wants to improve and up her game in this UFC fight, in this UFC promotion, then she can definitely do that. I have no doubt that Gillian Robertson can get that done. But Mackenzie Dern put a stamp on it with her first title defense that she is a strawweight champion. She is a women's strawweight champion. She looked good, honestly, in the striking. She looked really good. Gillian Robertson just didn't have much of a pop on her shots. She didn't have much. I said earlier, like she's kind of like, she could become a demon and she can get really like aggressive and stuff like that. But she didn't have enough of that pop in her striking to be able to make Mackenzie Dern even respect the striking enough to be able to be like, oh shit, I'm in trouble. And then Mackenzie Dern would do a little bit of striking on the feet because the round start on the feet, and then take her down, ultimately control her on the octagon. In the octagon, sorry. Okay. We're going to hear from Ian Machado in a second as well, by the way, guys. So if you're sticking around, please don't leave. We're gonna hear a little bit from Ian Machado in the post-fight show that he had with UFC Paramount Plus. This being said, Ian Machado basically took round 1 by taking control of the entire fight in round 1 and round 2. Round 3, Ian Machado Garry, I think, took that round. He had a lot more success in that round. Stuffed the takedowns. Did really well on the feet. Ultimately did really, really good. As much as I dislike Ian Machado Garry, I have to give him props. He did really fucking good in this entire fight. Lasted 5 rounds with the pound for pound. great welterweight, Islam Makhachev, and he did an impeccable job. I actually doubted him a lot more than what he did. He did an incredible job. That being said, he only won round number 3, and Islam Makhachev won round 1, 2, 4, and 5. That last, I mean, a lot of people were saying it was 2-2 going into the 5th round. I don't believe so. I think Islam Makhachev did enough in that 4th round as well to get the win on that 4th round. However, he won by unanimous decision because he wanted it more in that 5th round, and I believe he did what it took to make that happen. So props to Ian for taking the fight, for competing in this fight, for doing a really good job, for lasting what he lasted. Before we get into the post-fight speech of Ian Machado Garry, I do want to hear for 30 seconds the words from MMA Guru here, what he has to say about Islam Makhachev's performance.
It's fine. Just boring fuck, dude. He landed a head kick in round 2, and other than that, he did nothing for 20 minutes. He did fucking nothing. That's the truth. 0. He caught him with a head kick in round 2, and other than that, he did fucking nothing. The whole fight. And it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of disagree with MMA Guru there. I like MMA Guru a lot, but like he did, I felt like Islam Makhachev did a really decent job. He did what he had to do to get the win. Was it exciting? Was it fun to watch? Not necessarily, but at the same time, he got his title defense for the welterweight. I thought it was a fun fight. Honestly, I was engaged the entire time. Maybe that's just the fan in me, but I mean, I don't know. I enjoyed it. All right, let's go.
Well, it was a beautiful night here in Philadelphia where UFC 330 just delivered a card that this city will not soon forget. We have got plenty more reaction and analysis to come for you as we wrap up a really memorable night of fights. We'll bring you all of that in just a second. But the champ has joined us. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On defending your belt. Was that a rougher fight than you expected?
Yeah, it's very hard fight. Look my face, my nose. Wow. I'm surprised. You can see end of the 4th round when I make him slam. He give me like crazy headbutt to my nose, and I feel my nose broke or something. But doctor check, say it's good, nothing problem. But very hard fight. But the hard fight give me good improve. I improve a lot from this fight also. And what's this fight meaning for me and for everyone? From the first second to last second, I will fight. No matter how it's gonna go, but I will fight. This is war.
Islam, you went out there, and again, time and time we talk about how good of a grappler you are, the control that you have on the ground, but it was that head kick that stood out. And you just said to me a second ago, I don't have a big enough foot. If I had a size 11, I'd have knocked him out. You set that up beautifully. Was that something you worked against him being an orthodox fighter who fights so long? You kind of clubbed him with that right hand and walked him right into that left kick.
Yeah, it's always I have good left kick. I landed couple of times in my couple of fights.
That shot right there was fucking epic, dude. I think that was the 2nd round. That was chef's kiss.
I knock out someone from this left kick, and this also it's almost. If I have a little bit.
There's definitely a size difference though with Islam Makhachev going up to 170 versus 155. That being said, I still think he can hold him. I think he can hold it. I think he can hold himself to that standard at 170. I know a lot of people are suggesting that he should be going back down to 155. I kind of disagree. I mean, it's kind of the same, right? So like Islam Makhachev could go back down to 155 because he looks better there at 155. Same thing with like Ilia Topuria. He could go back down to 145 because he looks better at 145. That being said, I think this is a great showing of Islam Makhachev.
Big leg, I can finish him that time.
And go out there now.
Look this here, and he give me a headbutt.
Oh, is that where he got bumped? Is that where the nose got bumped?
Yeah. Before this moment.
But Islam, what do you want next? You know, there was a lot of guys, there was some contenders in the crowd, and you said before this fight, I'm going to break the record tonight, and then I've got more that I'm going to offer. There's going to be many more. Is there anybody in particular that you'd like to see next? I know it's tough to ask. You just got done. You walked out of the cage, but we're going to ask it.
Honestly, if you ask me today, Shavkat it's not fighting. Prates still fighting, still active, and maybe Prates. Because Morales also is good, but Morales fight, I don't know last time. I don't remember when he.
Yeah, Michael Morales fought Sean Brady last. That was a TKO or KO in round number 1. I for some reason I felt like Michael Morales was up higher than Carlos Prates, but I see Machado Garry's at number 1, Carlos Prates number 2, Michael Morales number 3. I think Carlos Prates is next. So let's see what happens.
Fight, you know. If you ask like who's the most deserved guy, I think Carlos Prates.
I like it.
Islam. DC was bragging in the beginning of the week that he's the only guy to defend his second belt once. Is that part of the
DC
motivation?
don't have any record more than me. Finish. I beat all his record, but one thing I cannot beat. I cannot be like him fat. That's it. All records is I beat.
You cannot be like him
Islam.
fat.
So we were talking.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Man, those conversations between DC and Islam are, just really good engagement and just fun.
Earlier, you broke Anderson Silva's record, and
no more Anderson Silva. This last week they always people bother me Anderson Silva. Now it's Islam record. People who want to beat Islam record. No more Anderson Silva record.
And so for that reason, not only for that reason, but that's one of the reasons why 10 minutes ago I said that you are the greatest fighter to ever live. Do you feel that way about yourself?
Oh, let's talk about later, bro. Not now, because I still need some things to go. You know, I beat all records. I beat all my opponents. I take 2 belts, and I don't want to talk about who is the greatest. I still have to fight. I still have to win, defend my belts, and when I'm retired, let's talk about this.
Islam.
Wait. He said when I'm retarded. I mean, obviously he meant retired, but for a second there he said when I'm retarded.
I was just going to say, you know, now up at welterweight, right? You had a battle. You still went out there. You dominated almost all of that fight. And there's talks of protest. There's talks of Morales, right? Some of these other welterweights who are even bigger. What things do you want to do, or what things can you do against some of these bigger opponents that maybe you didn't have to worry about as much at lightweight now that you're at welterweight? Are there any adjustments? I know you're fresh off the victory, but what things can you and the team think to maybe adjust things for the bigger guys?
Still, we just new in this world division. We are just coming to this division, and I still gain weight. I still more strong, bring some like more power, you know. And very difficult fight with guys who like Ian Garry. He just stand and like wait, you know. Very hard to go, you know. He's just waiting, and everybody know my game. I just want to take down my.
Let me guess. Ian Machado Garry is waiting in the corner chair with his wife. No, I'm just fucking around.
Opponents hold him, break him there, and finish them. But some of them, like Ian Garry, it's very difficult, very hard to finish, you know, because he just wait all 5 rounds, and you have to do some things to beat people like this, no. But it's very hard. He's a good striker. Very hard to beat him, but I beat him. Like I feel every round. We just stand, and 3rd rounds we have good couple shot. He catch me with a good high kick by his finger. I feel when his finger landed right to my eye, and nothing else. I have some small scratches in my face, but this is the war. You cannot walk out of the octagon without all this, you know.
All week long, we heard the boos for Ian Machado Garry. Tonight as well. He's not beloved by the UFC fans, kind of in the general sense. You definitely are. What does it mean to you to get the kind of reaction that you can get in an American arena like this?
Oh, honestly, like the energy when the crowd give me, it's amazing, you know. I feel it's like my second home. I fighting in like Russia, you know. The people, I heard how they support me, you know. And like step by step, I think it's like my second country which one I like to fight, you know, because I see in media day, in official weigh-in, how's the people support me.
Probably has to do a little bit more with his opponent, honestly, but I get what he's saying. I get his drift.
17 consecutive wins. It's the Islam Makhachev record. Congratulations. Well done.
Yeah,
incredible achievement.
Finish, you know, now it's like Mosar have 10 win streak. My name is gonna be, when I'm also retired, after the retirement, like people who gonna go to close this record, they're gonna remember me like many years more.
Yes, sir. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you so
Enjoy your
much.
night. Enjoy your victory.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. 17 fight win streak. Cements himself in the records of all-time greats. In my personal opinion, I think he's one of the all-time greats here. Here we have Ian Machado Garry here. I should put some respect on his name, but Ian Machado fucking Garry here. Let's listen to his post-fight speech. I like that Ian Garry is playing the heel. I'm not gonna lie. I do like it. I do respect it. I appreciate it. I think it's good that he's playing the heel here. I think he needs to do a little bit more of that as well. I think it's pretty obvious that he is the heel as it is, whether he likes it or not, whether he wants the love or he doesn't want the love, whatever the fuck it is, he is the fucking heel. And it is what it is. It's like, go ahead and just fucking embrace it. Don't be a bitch. Embrace that shit. Be awesome. I mean, he's a great fighter, whether I like it or not. Ian Machado Garry is a great fighter. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Guys, if you haven't liked the video already or subscribed already, please do like and subscribe. If you're rewatching this video, if you do want to go back to the timestamps, to the recap, whatever the case is here, you can go ahead and do that as well. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. I'll see if I can do a post show. My plan is to do a post show either tomorrow or Monday with a couple of my guys. So either Colin the Spo Show MMA or Mo. Mo hasn't been on the channel in a fucking long time. I messaged him earlier this weekend and I said, "Hey, bro, I missed the fuck out of you. Like, let's do something. Let's make this show happen." Maybe I could do a little recap with Rob Nakamura if he's down for it. Maybe with Will Clutch Attitude MMA. If not, that being said, thank you all for like the subscribes, the likes, the love, the support. I genuinely fucking appreciate every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.